Good evening and welcome to the Grassroots Football. Apologies from Dan and Jaden and Ben for not being here. Today's just me and Mal in the studio.
Which is Oliver. Welcome to the studio, Al. Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
You just give the red cards out, have you?
No.
Oh, you're saving that. Well, I'll leave that to you then, Al. Who are you giving the red card to?
Wayne. Miles rang him. He's picked up and he's went to the Liverpool Academy.
I didn't say anything. Not at all, Wayne.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I heard it.
Good luck at Liverpool Academy. Wayne's starting his football career again.
Is he?
Yeah. I think he might be going in goal, I don't know, but good luck,
Yeah.
Wayne. The red card has gone for the Liverpool Academy as well.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
accepting you. Anyway, what have you been up to, Al?
Test work, really.
Oh,
Revision.
school.
Yeah, I've just finished today, last test. In the big hall.
Yeah.
It was maths, not calculator. Calculator. So even harder.
How confident are you with over these exams then?
Well, not really in English because I'm awful at English.
You'd be
Yeah.
surprised. You come in here, you're teaching English, you know, mate.
Am I?
Hey, yeah, you're just going on there, talking English. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Happy days, no, great. And good luck. So when are your exams then? When are you going to be sitting them?
I've always had them.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were revising them.
No, I just done the last test today.
Oh, well, there you go. I bet he's passed every single one of them. Yeah, not a problem. So what's mum and dad promised you then if you pass?
Nothing. They didn't even know I had tests.
Didn't tell them?
No.
I love it. Just keeping it secret.
Yeah.
And then go over there and go, have a look at that. What do you get me now?
It's all online now because the test scores are sent out through email. And it's April 24th, I think. My
Oh, is
teacher
it?
says. Yeah. So, a while to go.
So they're going to be by post?
Yeah.
Well, you're in for a surprise, mum and dad. Not a shock, a surprise. Maybe it is a shock because you're going to pass every single one of them. You can tell our lads, they're all brilliant. Young commentators, Kidz Voicebox, what more could you ask for? So we wish every one of them the best of luck in the world, mate, and I hope that you do. So I'm sure I'll be first to know, won't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So it's been a tough week for you then, hasn't it?
Just non-stop tests and revision.
Ah, well, I haven't filled you in with what's gone on with us here, because you know yourself, it's the Respect Awareness week on the 29th and 30th of August.
Yeah.
April. Before that, on the 2nd of April, the Premier Games match officials, or the EFL officials on that day, will be wearing our t-shirts, which I haven't got on there, but we all know what they are, 20th anniversary, and they're supporting grassroots football, the referees in grassroots football. Now, that's on the 2nd of April, then 29th, 30th, and the 1st of May apparently, because Everton Football Club are home on the Monday, so we'll have the match officials 3 days wearing our Respect t-shirts. Isn't that, that's brilliant, isn't it? You know, for a not-for-profit organisation with Don't Cross the Line, run by grassroots, for grassroots. Honestly, it's we're amazed with the achievement, and you are an ambassador for Don't Cross the Line, as well as the lads as well, so we've got young ambassadors. We were talking the other day, where Dan and Jane are going to be referees, and you were thinking about it. You still thinking about that?
Yeah, I'm just not sure. I don't know where to go to get the refereeing degree.
Yeah.
And how it would work when they wanted me for a game and stuff like that.
Well, what happens if you want to go? You can just see me. You know, I'll book Jane and Dan in. You can go along with them.
Yeah.
And what they do, you go to the county FA, but I'll make them aware that we've got 3 young commentators coming in to be referees, and I'm sure they'll get you in together and make a package there for you. So you'll all be singing off the same song sheet basically.
Yeah.
So you'll be going together, and they'll give you the details and what you're doing, and then you can cheat together, can't you? And work it all out. What did you say to you? No, it doesn't work like that. Referees are impartial, so the county FA. I know. No, if you want to go in for the referee, you just give us a shout, and that'll be 3 young commentators who are going in for refereeing. And I think the reason why you want to do it, we've sat on these shows for weeks and weeks and years, and we've talked about it, you've listened, you've took it all in, and what's made you interested in being a referee by sitting?
I think it was like, not the last show, but the show after that, I think they were talking about refereeing and stuff like that, and that's just pushed me over the edge, making me want to be a referee.
And then we saw and we witnessed, you know, you've got the whistle, you've got the uniform, but we saw the other day in the Fulham Manchester United game, I'm not sure whether you saw Mitrovic, where he pushed the referee
Oh yeah, I've seen that all over the internet.
And that's not alleged, that's just fact. Well, you can't do that. You can't lay your hands on a referee. And we do know, if it hasn't come already, if it's come already, then I apologise, but I've heard nothing. We're looking at a really lengthy ban for this man, aren't we? Now, it's got to be a good message coming out from the FA, from the Premier League, to send a message to kids as well in grassroots football and adults. Because, as you just said, if you're refereeing Jaden or Dan, they're out and about and they get the same, then we want big punishments coming down, don't we?
Yeah.
Because you need protection, okay? Don't cross the line, I'm not going to be with every single referee or our volunteers, and we do know there's good league committees, good managers, good coaches will always be on your side, but we do know that there will be irate coaches and also irate parents that you're going to face, but you don't have to be thick-skinned. You've got big protection, the leagues will banish them. I wouldn't really worry about that at all, and I'm sure your dad, like everyone else, they'll come with the first 6 months or something like that to make sure that you're all right. And if you get in the leagues where you don't cross the line and you've got me, that's not a problem whatsoever. So the good thing about it, you will make a couple of pennies.
So I've heard 60 quid a game.
Well, it's up to you, it all depends. They'll tell you exactly how many games you want and they'll put you down, so you see the committees. So that's where I'm out of that. That is down to your committees and you work with them. That's when you become the referee. And that's when you can mark, well, we want to see referees marking coaches as well. And we're developing something with Don't Cross the Line, so that should be good with our RefSpect programme. We want to make sure that all, like yourselves, young referees are nice and safe. I'm putting the 3 names down. Have you really committed to it? Have you told your dad you want to be a referee?
Not yet, I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah, and as soon as you give me the answer, then I'll see the county FA. So we've definitely got 2 at the moment, and you'll be the 3rd.
Yeah, hopefully.
And just think of the money, that's what they always say, isn't it? Just think of the money. And I know your dad will be going, yeah, too, you think of the money. He'd be like, yeah, you can pay your way with us. Yeah, that's your dad. No, he wouldn't do that, but he would look after you. We're saying nothing.
You want my coin collection?
Does he?
Yeah.
Whoa, I'd add that, mate. I'd really get a safe and I'd put it and I'd lock it up. Coin collection is yours. And that, you know, you're going house with me, so you've got to protect that, mate. You really have. Anyway, what a collection Oliver's got, I must admit. He brought it in, cast your mind back a few weeks ago, and if you've not seen it, just rewind a few shows and you'll see Oliver's collection. Brilliant, and it gives you some great tips on how to put them away, save money, and just look good, don't you? What else? What we've seen, what we missed?
The England game.
Oh yes, yeah. There you go, the England game. Yeah.
It was, who scored first again?
It was Declan Rice, wasn't it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I do think that they played well. I must admit, Italy, they were okay, you know, it was a good little game, it was a decent game. It wasn't one of those where they're sitting back and they're just, you come at us, we'll go at you, and now and again, and cancel each other out. The 2 of them, you could see, wanted to win, and that's what made it a better game. Younger players coming in to the England team as well, and I thought every one of them done well. Luke Shaw, he was sent off. I'm not too sure whether the offences were sending off offenders, but you could always see the Italians, well known for it, will make a beeline directly to that referee, and they all want, and even the manager, he was like this, you know, send him off. You know, so really again, we just go back to the RefSpect. I don't think players should be asking for a card. If I'm right, I thought UEFA, I'm sure, FIFA, I'm sure, everyone would turn around and saying they're going to clamp down on players who are trying to get someone else booked or sent off, but it doesn't seem to be at the moment. So hopefully, if you see that, I think they're the ones who should be booked straight away, just for showing, because you can't do that, not in football, you know what I mean? Because when you look back on camera, sometimes they'll look and go, well, dear me, I've asked for a red card, yellow card on that one, and the defence wasn't as bad as what we thought. So that's me, that's my moan. I don't think players should be asking for this. I really don't. They shouldn't be asking for that. But it happens. Luke Shaw was sent off. And then, what happened?
Kane's penalty.
Yeah, Harry Kane. Penalty.
Yeah.
I love it. Everyone knows, yes, he's the best ever at the moment. Leading scorer, Wayne Rooney's he's overtaken him. And I think it's been in the 1960s, early 1960s, since England had won in Italy, so that was a good example. I did tell a few people I did expect them to win last night, because I don't think Italy were as good as England has proved it. Okay, they get a goal back, but celebrations went to Harry Kane, and he did say himself it had to be a penalty. Yeah, and it was. I don't know, does anyone know any facts there, how many goals, penalties have been awarded to Harry Kane in England? I just love it, because I see penalties, outfield play, and I always believe the outfield players are the better players than the penalty takers, because I feel it's a free kick, it's free, you've been given it, and all you have to do is score. Okay, you missed one in the World Cup, that was a big one. It's made up for it in the Euros, but hey ho, I know it's a goal, it always counts as a goal, and it always goes on that, but yeah. Anyway, I think a lot of people know where I'm coming from. mal@don'ttexttheline.com. Get your messages in. What do you think? What do you think, Al, about penalties?
Well, I think they should be like separate from outfield goals, like you said.
Yeah.
Because it's just a free shot inside the box.
Yeah.
So it's going to be easier, and the keeper has less time to react as it's so close.
Yeah, and if someone, for instance, is going through them, like what we do as kids, we always turn around, and I think the majority of young managers, coaches out there in grassroots football with the youngsters, if a youngster's going through and he gets brought down or fouled in the box and he gets awarded a penalty, we always go and say, the person who just created it, made it, go and take it. Don't give it to someone else. All the kids have a turn, so if they've gone through, then they're on the penalty. And I think it's great because they won it. But it doesn't necessarily happen in Premier League football, does it?
No.
Because someone can be going through, brought down, and there you go, it could be Harry Kane.
Yeah.
I'll take it. And he's done nothing, he probably stood in the halfway line and go, way, I'll step up. And he probably hasn't been in the game. Well, that's strikers, we do know that. But anyway, this is our thoughts, this is what we're coming up with. Your thoughts will be Harry Kane is the best player in the world, like most of the pundits are saying at the moment. But yeah, well, best penalty taker maybe. There's a difference. There's a difference.
Maybe.
Well, let's see anyway. We should get some feedback now. Yeah. Anyway, well done to England. We're not saying, you know, oh God, you were lucky. No, you deserved it. Well done. It's not very often that we praise England team, do we? And they've done well. And then we've got a rest this weekend from the Premier League, but we haven't got a rest in grassroots football, because what have you got there, Rob? Well, what have you got?
We're getting a sponsor from A3 Sofas for what's it called? The under-7s team, is it?
Club DXCL yeah.
Well, they're in the semi-finals league. I mean, in the semi-finals for the League Cup. Yeah. Against Kirby Thunder. So.
This is tomorrow. Yeah, this is the youngsters. They're there. They've already won the Champions League. So, what's happened with the team? We're fascinated with them, and we get on fantastically well. And the kids do with Kirby Thunder, and they're the only team to hold us to a draw in that league. And their manager has said, we're going to beat you tomorrow. So you can see there's a lot at stake tomorrow for the kids. And, you know, given the due, the scores are always close for this team. We don't know why, we don't know what it is, but teams come across teams that suddenly have a hold on them and make a difference. It's like a derby game, Liverpool, Everton, play together, and then it's not as good as what you thought. Well, in some games, or in most. Well, this is what's happening tomorrow, and the kids are playing. So we don't know. The weather's going to be rather windy and blustery. It's a League Cup semi-final, as you just said there. Oh, and straight away after it, what's happening after it?
Club DXCL regards of the scoreline in the Cup are being presented with 3 league winners trophies by the North Liverpool.
Well, it's not league winners, is it? 3 league winners. They've already won the Champions League. So the presentation is tomorrow, right after the Cup semi-final. So the kids are going to be. We're trying to keep things away because they're only under 7s. You start saying this is happening, that's happening. They're confused. They're all, what's happening? What are we getting? Are we getting trophies for this game? And that's what does happen in kids football. So the League Cup presentation. Sorry, you got me all twisted now. The league presentation for the Champions League winners is after the League Cup semi-final. So watch this space, and you've got a lovely picture there, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
Lovely picture to show. There they are, look at them. All sitting in comfort. Fantastic. Aintree Sofas, the sponsors, there you go. Thank you very, very much, Aintree Sofas. And also, Aintree Sofas are putting on a little surprise for them. But we don't want to say what's on camera there because I just realised that would be something else that we're putting in the kids' heads. But we will say that on my show tomorrow. I'll tell you what they've done, give you the score. It could be good news, could be bad news, we just don't know. But at the end of the day, they're in a cup semi-final, and regardless of the score, we hope Club DXTL and Kirby Thunder enjoy themselves, have a lovely day, so long as the two teams go home smiling and they all shake hands at the end. That is part and parcel of football, bringing kids together as well, enjoying it. It's not all about winning. Yes, there'll be upset faces, we know that. We just got to take that out of them and just say, look, you played absolutely fantastic. Your game again next week. Get on with it and enjoy it. You played in football as well.
Yeah.
You've been there, you've seen it, you've won, you've lost, you've drawn. You just get on with it because there's plenty other games week in, week out. And under sevens have got that many. So, you want to wish them all the very, very best tomorrow, don't you? Give them all a good luck to them.
Yeah. Good luck.
Look at that, green card. Club DXTL, and also good luck to Kirby Thunder. Under sevens, what a game. That's going to be 9 o'clock in the morning at Jeffrey Humble. Well, let's just hope the weather holds out because the forecast we're having is another storm or something on its way. That's what it started here tonight,
I've been feeling strong winds all day in school.
He said it's going to get higher and higher, so fingers crossed we don't. We're in March.
I've almost got knocked over.
Something else we've got to mention there, Al, whether you've realised it as well, the clocks go forward an hour.
Oh, Wednesday.
So tomorrow midnight. So you've got less sleep on Sunday. So you'll be up earlier on Monday for school. So everyone's going to be shattered. So that's a message for everyone who's got Sunday games in grassroots football. Put your clocks forward. Get the kids to bed an hour earlier. And unfortunately, oh no, there might not be no match of the day. You might be lucky. So the kids, you can say to them, right, catch up on your sleep. If you've got games on the Sunday, you need to catch up. So there's a message for everyone. Don't forget to put your clocks forward. And I think that's the signal, the start of spring then.
Yeah.
Spring, and we're talking about storms, sleet, snow coming in. Wow. Happy spring to everyone else. No wonder the daffodils are hiding. I saw yellow heads right round everyone's garden. They've all gone now, they've all disappeared because they're covered in snow.
Last spring, I went on a camp.
Oh, I remember, yeah.
I slept in below freezing temperatures the entire night. Like during spring, when it's supposed to be getting hotter and nicer weather.
So it's turning, isn't it? The weather really, isn't it? You know, so maybe April, bit of sunshine. Because we did have a good summer, if you remember. Cast your mind back. It was very, very hot. Yeah. I think we were all coming in here, weren't we? We were all like, oh my God, it was so hot. And I still cast my mind back to 1 week when I brought
2021.
Was it when we brought all the chocolate and it all melted?
Yeah.
And they're all going, what's this? Or I learned my lesson. Then we get all different sweets now, don't we all? That was funny, that, I must admit. Okay, we've got, we give the cards out. We've got a couple of minutes to go. So what are you up to over the weekend? Anything nice, anything special?
I might go play football in the school at 9 AM tomorrow.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You come watch our lads. Cheer them on, get the rattle out.
It's not Jeffrey Humble.
Ah, right, okay, so there you go anyway. I'm sure your dad will be turning up.
Somewhere, I think.
How's your dad doing? Is he training? Tell me the truth, is he training now? Come on for these.
Not yet, I haven't started.
See, he'll be like that, I have. No wonder he's sitting in the car outside and saying, in case I come up with it going, yes, National 3 Peaks, 20 foot or 12 hour.
Oh yeah?
Well, I've got a friend, here's a good one here, a friend next door, Jay, I think you met Jay. They done it the other day, and they done it in 8 hours, 25 minutes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
But he said, it's tough. Do you know why? Because they were running most of it. Yeah. We're not running, we're going for the 12 hours. So I won't tell you that anyway, it'll frighten them a little bit. We'll just do our own thing. But the way your dad was on there, Ben Nevis anyway, he got me through it, he really did. He was stopping, he was encouraging me, pushing me, and he was tremendous. So he'll have no problems, he really wants him. We're making him the guard as well, and giving ourselves, you know, the G up, get the lads, they're all gone in hiding, you know.
Really?
Oh, they've all gone in hiding because they know I'm searching for them. They are, they're panicking. They'll do it in 3 days.
Yeah.
They'll do it in 3 days, we'll do it in 12 hours. But at least they can relax. And I'm sure everyone's going to wish us luck as well when we do the National 3 Peaks. And that's going to be in August. I'm getting that many dates mixed up. because we've got the 26th, 27th, 28th of August for our tournament. You'll be out with a microphone as well, Al?
I will.
Yes, there you go. Commentators, young commentators, Kidz Voicebox, asking questions about good behaviour on the touchlines. So watch out for our young commentators as well. In the meantime, Al, I think we've finished the show. So do you want to wind it down and tell everyone when you're going to be back?
Should I do the back of the?
Oh, yes. Oliver's got something to say.
Football for football, 'cause it's your game.
And we'll talk about that in another episode. There's something special and there's a reason behind that one. Well done, all. Welcome to the show. When I'll be back?
Next week, Friday.
Friday, 7 p.m. with the young kids and the young commentators, Kidz Voicebox. And I'm sure Dan, always going to the match tonight, isn't he? Did you want a message to Dan?
I hope
Give
Liverpool ladies.
Give Dan the red card.
Oh,
look,
yeah.
Red card for Dan. There you go, come on, you
And
Reds.
I hope Liverpool ladies win now, because you left me.
There you go, left him on his own
Wow.
with 10 minutes to spare. All's done a great job. We give the red card out for Liverpool ladies, and I'm sure we'll talk about Everton getting beat next week in the Merseyside derby, the women's derby that is. They're playing later on. Good luck to our Reds. Well done, all. We'll see you next Friday at 7.
Yeah.
Good night, God bless from me.
And Oliver.
Have a great night. See you tomorrow at 7.